Hey guys, welcome to Tianshi Recaps. I'm your Tianshi. Today we're uncovering the dark secrets of Minxiong Haunted House, a horror story that will send chills down your spine. The movie opens on a night where a terrified man clutches a gun inside house holding a gun. A girl's voice keeps calling his name over and over. His fear grows unbearable. Hoping to escape, he steps outside, but the voice follows him. Overcome with terror, he loses control and shoots himself, collapsing lifeless on the ground. The scene cuts to his grieving wife. Desperate for answers, she visits an astrologer. He reveals a horrifying truth. Her husband did not die by suicide. He was killed by the vengeful spirit of a young girl. The ghost still lingers near the canal by their house. The astrologer warns her about an even greater danger. When her son turns 14, he will be in grave danger, especially in water. If he survives that age, she must bring him back to him. 30 years pass. The story shifts to a swimming pool where a young girl, Zia, and a boy, Haoyu, are enjoying their time. Zia wears a locket but removes it before diving into the water. The moment she is water, something unseen grabs her leg and starts pulling her down. Panic fills her eyes. As she struggles, Haoyu notices her distress and dives in to save her. But what he sees beneath the surface freezes him in horror. A headless girl's ghost is dragging Zia deeper into the pool. Other swimmers rush in and manage to pull Zia out, but Haoyu is left shaken. He is the only one who saw the ghost. After the terrifying incident at the pool, Zia returns home. The moment she steps inside, her grandmother scolds her for coming late. "I told you we must visit your grandfather's grave today. We go there only once a year." Her mother, Lin, also sighs, agreeing. "Why can't you just listen to your grandmother?" But Zia doesn't care. She ignores them and keeps scrolling through her phone. Frustrated, her grandmother takes her along to the graveyard. While her grandmother and Lin starts to pray, Zia feels an eerie pull toward the nearby forest. She wanders off and soon stumbles upon a strange small door under a tree. She pushes it open. The moment she does, an unseen force hurls her back, violently. Back at the graveyard, her grandmother and Lin realize she is missing. Panic sets in as they search for her everywhere. But Zia is already in home. Something is different about her. Her eyes seem distant and her movements unnatural. She grabs a knife and cuts the chain of an old locked gate in the house and enters. There she finds a room. Its door has been sealed for years, covered with ancient papers inscribed with strange symbols. Without hesitation, Zia tears them and broke the door steps inside. The air inside is thick with dust and decay. She walks straight to the bed and reaches underneath, pulling out a mysterious jar. Near the jar, Zia notices an old photo of a girl. Without hesitation, she smashes the jar and a strange energy fills the room. Sometime later, her grandmother and Lin return home. The moment her grandmother sees the chained door wide open, panic sets in. Ignoring her daughter's plea, she rushes to the astrologer. Meanwhile, Lin steps into the room. Her eyes widen at the sight of the broken jar. A chilling message is scrawled across the mirror. As she stares, something yanks her hair from behind. Heart pounding, she spins around, only to see a small gown floating in midair, slowly turning toward her. Terror grips her and stumbles backward, but the door slams shut, trapping her inside. With no escape, she hides inside a cupboard. Through a small gap, she sees someone approaching. A hand reaches for the door. Holding her breath, she pushes hard, only to realize it's Haoyu, Zia's friend. It's their first time meeting, but before either can react, the mirror shatters. A swirling portal emerges in its place. As Lin stares, a disturbing vision flashes before her, a sandal floating in water. Fear grips both. Could Zia be inside? Without hesitation, she and Haoyu step through. On the other side, they find themselves in the same room, but everything is old and decayed. Lin and Haoyu search for Zia. Suddenly, they hear her voice outside. Looking through the window, they see Zia walking toward an old well, whispering, "No one is going to save me," before falling in. Panicked, Lin rushes to save her, but as she reaches the well, a black shadowy hand emerges, trying to pull her inside. She struggles, but Haoyu yanks her back just in time. They sprint inside and hide under a table. An invisible force slams against them, attacking relentlessly. Desperate, they cry out, "Who are you? What do you want?" A chilling voice from upstairs whispers, "Senshi." Haoyu's eyes lock onto an old dust-covered calendar. The year is 1988. They realize the portal took them back in time. Determined, Lin follows the voice upstairs. She stops in shock. In a room, Zia sits in a gown playing the piano. But the moment she sees her mother, her face contorts with rage. "It's all because of you," she screams, grabbing a pair of scissors to stab herself. Lin lunges forward to stop her, struggling to pull the weapon away. But Haoyu rushes in and yells, "Stop, that's not Zia." Lin freezes. She looks closer and realizes she's not holding her daughter, it's a doll. Haoyu tries to return through the mirror, but it has already closed. There is no way back. Zia's mother, Lin, suddenly hears voices. Looking downstairs, she sees her own mother entering the house with a group of people, including the astrologer. They have come to seal the well. She realizes they are witnessing the past, trapped in the events of 1988. In the present, Zia's grandmother also brings an astrologer to the house. He carefully examines each room, stopping when he finds the shattered jar and an old photograph hidden under the bed. Flashback begins. A little girl named May sits at a piano, playing with joy. Another girl, Lin, who is Zia's mother, joins her. They walk with their mother and older brother. It is revealed that their mother is the woman from the opening scene, and their brother is the boy the astrologer warned about, the one facing danger at 14. As they walk, May runs ahead and accidentally bumps into her brother. Their mother immediately scolds May, warning her to be more careful since her brother is already 13. May's mother is strict, with her always favoring Lin. Even when Lin makes mistakes, May is the one who gets punished. There is no love or warmth for her, only cold discipline. Days pass, and the inevitable happens. Lin's brother turns 14. Just as the astrologer warned, tragedy strikes. While trying to retrieve a floating sandal from the canal, the boy slips and drowns. The sandal belongs to Lin, but in fear, she quickly places another sandal onto May's foot. Their mother arrives, sees the sandal on May, and without hesitation blames her. She screams, "Because of you, he is dead." May, too young to understand betrayal, takes the blame in silence. Later, Lin tearfully apologizes and promises May, "I will never leave you no matter what." May, innocent and trusting, believes her sister's words. Years pass, and the weight of the past changes May. She grows distant, lost in her own mind. One day, while brushing her hair, she notices something horrifying. Her face is turned black, as if something unnatural has taken hold of her. She screams in terror. Outside, their mother arrives with the two astrologer. Ignoring May's cries, they forcefully drag her away. Lin stands nearby watching, holding a baby in her arms. That baby is Zia. Back in 1988, the trapped Lin is overwhelmed with sorrow, reliving the pain she buried deep inside. Suddenly, the house begins to shake violently. In the present, Lin's mother is performing a ritual, striking a photograph of May. With each strike, the past trembles. As Lin's mother furiously strikes the photograph, a terrifying presence creeps nearby. Zia crawls toward her on all fours, her body twisted by possession. With each strike, the ghost inside her writhes in agony. Through the mirror, Haoyu witnesses the horrifying scene. But what he sees, it looks as if Lin's mother is brutally beating Zia. Desperate, he tries to break the mirror, but it won't shatter. Inside the house, the ghost can no longer endure the pain and violently erupts from Zia's body. At that exact moment, Haoyu smashes through the mirror and returns to the present. Lin tries to follow, but is dragged back by an unseen force. In the present, May's vengeful spirit manifests, terrifying Lin's mother and the astrologer. Suddenly, May's headless ghost grabs her mother's throat. The astrologer chants mantras, forcing the spirit to release her. But the danger isn't over. The ghost lingers behind them. In a swift, gruesome motion, it leaps into Lin's mother's body. Possessed, she grabs a knife and brutally kills the astrologer. Then the possessed Lin's mother turns to Haoyu, advancing with the knife. Just as she is about to strike, she stops and points outside. Haoyu follows her motion and sees an old sealed well. The ghost is trying to tell him something. Without hesitation, Haoyu rushes to the well and pries it open. He shines his flashlight inside, revealing nothing but darkness. At the same time, in 1988, Lin finds herself trapped inside the same well. Back in the present, Haoyu takes a deep breath and jumps in. He lands hard and feels something beneath his hands, a parcel. He grabs it and climbs out. As he unwraps it, his breath catches in his throat. Inside is a human skull. His mind races in terror. Before he can react, another flashback begins. After the astrologers took May away, they tied her down and performed relentless rituals. But in the end, May could not escape her fate. She took her own life. Later, the astrologer revealed a terrifying truth. The day May was born, a girl had drowned in the nearby canal. That restless spirit possessed May and drove her to suicide. But even after May's death, the ghost never left. It clung to her family, waiting for another chance. To break the curse, May's mother was forced to make a horrifying decision. She beheaded May and threw the severed head into the well where May had died, sealing it shut. Then she burned the body and collected the ashes in a jar. To keep the spirit trapped, they sealed the jar and hid it beneath a tree in the forest. But now Zia had unknowingly shattered that seal. May's hair and comb had been preserved in another jar, hidden under a bed along with her photograph. Zia had broken that too. May's spirit was fully unleashed, and she wanted revenge. Meanwhile, in 1988, Lin remained trapped. The air grew heavy as May appeared before her, revealing another horrifying truth. The two astrologers who were supposed to purify May never performed any rituals. Instead, they abused her. This trauma, along with a lifetime of neglect from her mother and Lin's betrayal, pushed May into complete despair. With no hope left, she threw herself into the well and ended her life. Lin, overcome with guilt, broke down in tears. Everything May suffered, the cruelty, the betrayal, and the torment, was never her fault. Lin begs May to leave Zia alone, saying she is innocent. May smiles and replies, "Yes, Zia is innocent. I have no reason to harm her." Then she looks at Lin and adds, "But you've been trapped in something that never even existed." A chilling realization sets in. The biggest twist of the story unfolds. May's suicide was not the only tragedy that night. After May's death, Lin had confronted her mother, blaming her for everything. She accused her of driving May to despair. As their argument became heated, Lin steps in sludge beneath her feet. She slipped and fell straight into the same well where May had died. Lin never survived. She died that night, just like May. The truth is horrifying. From the very beginning, the Lin we had been following was never alive. She was a ghost all along. This revelation explains everything. When Lin spoke to Zia at the start, she didn't respond. When Lin's mother searched for Zia, she never acknowledged Lin's words. Lin had been nothing but a wandering spirit. Hao could see and talk to Lin because his family had the ability to see ghosts. This was the same reason he was the only one who saw the headless ghost in the swimming pool. While the truth about May's death was finally revealed, the nightmare was far from over. The police arrested Lin's mother for murdering the astrologer. Days later, Hao and Zia visited her in jail. The moment Lin's mother saw Zia, her expression changed. Instead of seeing her granddaughter, she saw her long-dead son, the boy who drowned in the canal. Her voice trembled as she warned them. "Be careful of the maid. She is the reason your grandfather died," she whispered. A mind-blowing truth unraveled. In the opening scene where Lin's father lost control and shot himself was not a suicide. A maid's ghost had forcing him to pull the trigger. When Lin's brother turned 14, it was that same ghost who had pushed him into the canal, drowning him. May's madness, the darkness that took over her face, was not a curse from birth. The maid's ghost had possessed her, twisting her mind and driving her to suicide. Even Lin's death was not an accident. The ghost had made her slip and fall into the well, just like May. One by one, the maid's spirit had destroyed the entire family. Now, after killing them all, the maid's ghost slowly returned to the house. In the end credit scene, the horrifying truth behind the maid's revenge was revealed. Lin's father had an affair with the maid. When Lin's mother discovered it, she ordered someone to kill the maid in cold blood. Betrayed and murdered, her spirit did not rest. She sought revenge, taking the lives of everyone in the family: Lin's father, her brother, May, and even Lin herself. Now only Zia remained. Desperate for answers, Hao took Zia to another astrologer. The old man's face darkened as he spoke. Just as Lin's brother had danger in water, Zia's fate is tied to fire. If you want to live, leave that house and never return. Fear gripped Zia. Without hesitation, she packed her things and left. As she stepped outside, She took one last look at the cursed house, and the screen faded to black. Did you enjoy the movie? Let me know in the comments. And if you love chilling horror stories, don't forget to subscribe to Tianshi Recaps. See you in the next video. Stay safe and beware of the shadows.
Bye.